Hello everyone, welcome to The Lift. Today I am answering another one of your questions, and today's question comes from our friend Jamie. And Jamie asked, how do you balance everything in your life? She said that it seems like you balance your relationship with God and work and getting physically fit. It seems like you balance it pretty well, so how do you balance all of those things? And again, I think that this is a physical question as well as a spiritual one. My answer is that it's not about balance at all. It's actually not even close to a balancing act. It's all about priorities. You see, the Bible promises us that if we seek first His kingdom, then everything else will be added to us. So if all we do is just put God first, everything else will take care of itself. And there's so many times in our lives where I feel like people tell us, oh, well, here's what you have to do. You have to stop doing all these things and then you can get close to God. Or you have to stop doing all these things and then you can get physically fit. Or you can stop doing all these things and then you'll have time for whatever you want to do. And that's not the case at all. As a matter of fact, it's exactly the opposite. And it's not about balancing. It's not about finding time for this thing and for this thing. It's about what your priorities are. And so in my life, what I've tried to do, and what I'm not always great at, but what I've tried to do is put God first. And if I'll do that, then I know that everything else is just going to work out. But if I start my day with that, if I start my day with saying, God, whatever you want from me today, that's what I'm going to do, then guess what? My day just kind of falls into place. And that doesn't mean I don't have to work at it at all. I do need to schedule my time, and I do need to find the time for the things that God feels is important. But if I will just seek Him, then everything else works out. So my challenge to you is quit trying to balance everything and start trying to put God first. Because if you'll do that, everything else will just work itself out. In your work life, in your personal life, even in your physical fitness life, if you will just seek God first, then everything else will be added to you. And you will find the strength that is so much more than muscles. This is The Lift.
Hey everybody, this is Derek Sword with your workout tip for the day. One of the suggestions I want to make for experienced or beginning weightlifters or anybody doing exercise routines is to keep a journal. It's a good way to tangibly see what's going on in your workouts each day, if you're making progress in different exercises, or if you need to start challenging yourself more on some of the things that you might have been doing for a long time and you feel like you're at a plateau. It's a good way to understand where your progress is being made and where it's not being made and where you can make improvements. It's also a good way to keep an idea of motivation of what you need to work harder for and a personal challenge each time you go to the gym. Remember, strength is more than muscles. This is Derek Sword. This is The Lift.